Mayday. Do you want to learn one word that can help you make truly meaningful connections? Meaningful connections that last, meaningful connections that serve you. Well, keep watching and listening to TalentSmiths Lunch and Learn Live with Janet Smith as I share with you 8 tips for forming meaningful connections and one word that's going to help you make truly meaningful connections, stronger connections. Hello, everyone. Janet Smith here of TalentSmiths, and this is Lunch and Learn Live. TalentSmiths is a place where top paid compensation professionals go to find career advancement, whether it's contract hire, direct hire, all types of hiring for the skill set of compensation and benefits. Lunch and Learn Live is a place where all professionals can come to tune in on the conversation. You can join in on the conversation every Thursday. And depending upon what time you take your lunch, you can join in on the conversation. So if you take your lunch at 12:30 p.m. Central, you can join live on Facebook. If you take your lunch at 1:30 p.m. Central, you can join live on LinkedIn. So depending upon the time you take your lunch, you can join in with us. And this is May. This is National Mental Health Awareness Month, in case you didn't know. And you probably know that this couldn't come at a better time with everything going on in the world today. We need to stop and just wrap our minds around everything that's going on. So it's also Global Employee Health and Fitness Month. Like I said, there's a lot going on that you need to take a step back and say, Mayday, Mayday. You need to take a mental health day. Well, I need to take a mental health day. So I'm going to take you along with me. And this month, I'm going to share information with you from Mental Health America. Mental Health America. And you'll see their website at the bottom of the screen here. Mental Health America has an amazing array of information around mental health. And they have a toolkit that you can download. And I highly suggest that you download the toolkit so that you can follow along all this month. And if you didn't know, I'll share with you some information about Mental Health America. It's actually the nation's leading community-based nonprofit that's dedicated to addressing the needs of those living with mental illness and to promoting the overall mental health of all Americans. That is MHA. And in May, you can actually join MHA's hashtag Million in May. What is that? Well, you'll see on the screen here, I have a link where you can take a mental health screening. So they have a campaign going on in May. So you can join Mental Health America's hashtag Million in May campaign by taking a screening to help promote prevention, early identification, and intervention. And I have the link on the screen for you. Cool, right? Yes, very, very cool. So this is so awesome. And this is also why we are talking about this, because it's very important, specifically with what's going on right now. All this month, we're having a mental a mental health day. We're having a mental health day. So every Thursday you can tune in and you can join in on the conversation, because that's what it's all about. It's all about just starting the conversation. First, having a conversation with you about what's going on with you. What's going on with you, so that you can then have a conversation with your family, with your friends and your family, and with other people to check in and make sure that they're okay and see what's going on with them as well. So all this month, you'll see the lineup of events right here. You can catch this lineup of events over on TalentSmiths Facebook business page so that you can know which week to tune in on. I suggest you tune in every week to join in on the conversation. And this is week 2. And in week 2, it's all about connecting with others, connecting with other people, and specifically 8 tips for forming meaningful connections. And this information is in the toolkit that you can download over on MHA's website. I highly suggest that you download the toolkit so that you can follow along with us. We are in unprecedented times. You know this. And this information is going to help you to take a step back and wrap your mind around everything that's going on so that you can get back to your job and your duties as an employee, get back to your responsibilities and your accountabilities. You can get back to your job search if you find yourself out of a job right now. Wrap your mind around everything that's going on so that you can get back to doing what you need to do. Okay, so let's talk about making those connections, and specifically 8 tips for forming meaningful connections. Let's go into what MHA is saying, and I'll share these tips with you. So the first tip is to connect with others at places where you already go. You have your routines, you have your places that you go, you have people that you see regularly in those places that you already go. So with those places that you frequent often, whether it's in person or whether it's online, you see people there regularly. So make a point to make a connection with those people and to check in with them to see how they're doing, or just to say, hey, just to let them know that they are seen, right? So number 2, use a shared experience as a topic of conversation. Sometimes it may be difficult for some of us to bring up a conversation with other people. Well, you can use a shared experience as a topic of conversation. You can use your current situation as a topic of conversation. Sometimes this is difficult if it's a bad situation or if it's a situation that you may not be comfortable with sharing. You can use your current situation, or you can just use sports. You can use local news events. You can use topics that you're familiar with, comfortable with, and it can be a topic as simple as where you grew up. Excuse me. Something that you can relate to with other people. Simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. And number 3, give compliments. Give compliments. So if you're struggling to figure out what to say to people or how to strike up a conversation with someone, just try starting with a compliment. A compliment is a pretty easy way for you to work towards build or breaking down a wall that someone has, because a lot of people have a wall up, and it's a wall of protection. It's a protection for fear of getting hurt, for fear of feeling vulnerable. So a lot of people have a protective wall around them. And by giving them a compliment, it helps to break down that wall so that they can openly receive what it is you have to say. They can receive your compliment and receive other things that you have to say after that as well. But make those compliments genuine. Number 4, make time to be social. Make time to be social. Set aside at least half an hour each day to connect with people outside of work. You have social connections all the time, very easily. But you can be intentional with your social connections. You can be strategic with your social connections so that they can serve you better. And to do that, you should intentionally take at least a half an hour a day to make those connections with other people to grow the relationship. A relationship is not going to grow if you don't intentionally put time into growing it, time into talking, time into relating with the other person. So, number 5, not all of those connections have to be done in person. And in this current situation that we're in right now, not all of those connections can be done in person. So, text messages, phone calls, emails, video chat, or live stream, those can all be used to maintain friendships when face to face is not possible, similar to the situation that we find ourselves in now. And number 6, accept invitations. What do I mean by that? I will tell you. I will tell you. If someone invites you to go somewhere, accept the invitation. This can use this can be useful to you. It can be used to build friendships. It can be used to grow relationships. It can be used to further develop a connection between you and another person. If they're inviting you to go somewhere or do something that they like, go along. You may discover something that you like as well. It's a perfect opportunity to grow a relationship and to grow your network. Mhm. And as I'm going too fast, number 7, pay attention to what other people are interested in as well. Very important. Pay attention to what other people are interested in. So show interest in the activities that other people are doing. Ask questions about the activities that you see them doing. If you're in someone's office or someone's home, not right now, and you see pictures, ask questions about those photos and show a genuine interest in the answers that they give you to the questions that you ask. Mhm. Genuine, genuine interest. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you subscribe to TalentSmiths YouTube channel. There's a host of information that will help you in your career prep, in your interview prep, in your professional and personal development as well. In whatever season that you are, whatever stage that you are in your career, you'll find information, you'll find videos that you can binge watch that will help you to answer those questions that you have and to help you with intentional steps to grow your career in the direction that you want it to grow. And the 8th tip that is coming to you from MHA is organize activities. What do you mean by that? How is organizing activities going to help me form meaningful connections? Well, I will tell you. So invite others to participate in activities that you like. So instead of waiting for someone to invite you to participate in activities that they like, you take the initiative. You be intentional and invite them to participate in activities that you like. And if schedules don't cooperate, because very often they don't, because we're all doing different things, if the schedules don't cooperate initially, keep making invitations. Keep inviting people until the schedules do cooperate. Mhm. Download the mental health toolkit this month. You can use this link right here that you see to download the toolkit so that you can follow along, with us. Yes, I highly suggest that you do. Connections do actually enrich our lives. We are not all here to live life alone. We are not all here to live life by ourselves. We are here to live life together. People in the world don't complete you as an individual, but people in the world help you go through life so that you can serve out your purpose. So you're here to help other people serve out their purpose, and they're here to help you with yours as well. We're better together. Connections enrich our lives, and not just connections, meaningful connections, truly meaningful connections. And the one word that's going to help you make truly meaningful connections is care. Show them that you care. Showing genuine concern for people will allow you to make those meaningful connections. And Dale Carnegie said it. I'm going to paraphrase what he says, that you make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can make in 2 years by trying to get people to become interested in you. Makes sense, right? It definitely makes sense. So good luck. You've got this. Follow these tips, follow these steps to make genuine, meaningful connections and to really show people that you care about them. This mental health day, all this month, every Thursday, is to start the conversation. It's for you to start the conversation first with yourself in your mind, and then second, share that conversation with friends and family so that you can initially check in on yourself to see how you're doing and to check in on other people to see how they are doing as well. So let's keep the conversation going and take a mental health day. It's okay. It's definitely okay.